Hello everybody, Albert DuPont from Leadership Development Department again with our second onboarding seminar video. Thank you for watching the first one. If you haven't watched the first video yet, go back and please watch it. There's a lot of great content regarding the logistics of the onboarding seminar that is occurring at the end of July that you need to know, and it should provide you all the details you need. Today's video though will be focused on your learning experiences. What are the critical things that you will be learning and taking away with whenever you attend the onboarding seminar? So first, let's take a look at the key reminders. The dates are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, July 28th, 29th, and 30th. We're going to begin registration with a light breakfast from 7:30 to 8. That's a great time for networking, getting to know people, introducing yourself. Networking is key to your success. This is the time to do it. We're going to begin promptly at 8 o'clock. So make sure that you're ready to go for 8 o'clock in your seats, because we have a lot to get done and we have a short period of time to do it in. So 8 o'clock start time immediately. We will be at Lanier Middle School in their library. Special thanks to the friends at Lanier Middle School for allowing us to use their library. If you see a staff member there, thank them for all of their contributions. Let's take a look at what we're going to be learning during the 3 days. On the first day, we're going to spend time with the HISD Global Graduate and Leadership Competencies. This is essential to our work right now, and so we want to make sure that you have a great understanding of what those leadership competencies are and how they build to a global graduate. There's a lot of work that school leaders need to do in this area, and so we're going to really spend some time with this particular concept and make sure that you have a thorough understanding of the global graduate and the leadership competencies you need to make sure that each school produces global graduates. Then we're going to go ahead and get into professional learning communities. Some of you, many of you have already worked through this, but we're going to take a look at it from a different angle. Being a school leader is different whenever it comes to PLCs. So we're going to be taking a look at your role in setting the norms and vision for successful PLCs. By the time you finish, you will have an agenda and very specific activities that you'll be able to do with your staff in order to be successful during your first PLC meetings. Then we're going to have Coach Fair come over. For those of you who know Coach Fair, he's our wonderful TADS expert. He will be spending time with you to really answer your questions and make sure that you're set up for success. And then that day we're going to end the topic on the first days of school. What does it take for you to be successful during the first days? We'll take a look at and listen to some veteran principals who really can focus your attention on what it is that you need to get accomplished in order to make sure the first days are successful. In day 2, we're going to start off with talking about successful leaders in urban schools. There's a lot of research right now about what does it take to be successful leaders in urban schools. We're going to be unpacking some of that language, some of that work, and make sure that you clearly understand what your role is whenever it comes to school leadership in urban schools. We're then going to spend a lot of time on data-driven processes. We'll take a look at your school's own state test data and how you're going to set yourself and your staff up for success regarding data. And then lastly, we're going to spend some time with the principals and SSOs that afternoon and talk about the leadership development team process. That's a new process for you. There's a lot of very intricate pieces that you need to know about the LDT process, and we're going to spend as much time as we need to make sure you're successful there. On day 3, we'll be focused again on urban school leadership and unpacking what does it take to be a successful leader in urban schools. Then we're going to get into a topic that's near and dear to me, core values. Core values are critical because I need to know my core values as a leader in order to ensure that my actions are aligned. And if they're not aligned, what are those things that I need to do to put in place to make sure they're aligned? Core values is probably one of the most critical conversations that you will ever have. It's an own personal learning that you've got to undergo, and we'll be guiding you through that. And by the time you finish, you'll have your own leadership story, a story about who you are as a leader that you can take out to any audience and practice telling them who you are and what you represent and what you are up to in this world. Then we'll talk about roles and responsibilities. What is it that you're going to have to do, and how do you hold conversations with your principal to find out exactly What are your roles and responsibilities? One of the most uncomfortable situations is never knowing what I have to do. And so this time we're going to actually train you and teach you on what are those things that you have to do in order to ensure that you're clear. You're absolutely clear about your roles and your responsibilities and how you're going to be held accountable. We're going to spend time on school safety. It's just the beginning of a lot of training that you're going to have to do with school safety. School safety is critical in the role responsibilities. It's one of the major things that we have to do as school leaders, ensure the safety of our students, our staff, our community, any adult that's in our building. It's a critical role for us. So we'll spend time with the top 10 things that you can do now in order to be successful with school safety to start the year. And lastly, we'll take a look at 90-day plans. This is a tool that you will be able to use in order to plan out what is it in 30, 60, 90 days that you want to hold yourself accountable to. So that's day 3, and then that's a pretty packed agenda for the 3 days. So as you can see, starting and ending in time is important, but you being fully there and participating is just as critical. So you have some call to actions. Can't leave you without giving you something to challenge you with. Mark your calendar and communicate the dates. Make sure that your principal, your secretaries, everybody knows that you will not be available during these 3 days. Invite your principal to lunch and training on Wednesday, July 29th from 12 to 3. Tell them registration begins at 11:45. You'll have a flyer on the hub that you can give them. But it's critical that they are there. You need to be supported, and this is one way that you'll be able to develop a network and a relationship with your principal and really get to know them better. So invite them and drive them, whatever it takes to get them there. You want them there. Check out the Hub course. I've put another question on the discussion board. I look forward to hearing about question number 2. And those of you who have responded to question number 1, thank you. If you have not yet, go back and make sure that you respond to question number 1 so we can hear about you. And lastly, call or email me if you need support. There's nothing I enjoy better in the world than supporting a new leader. It's what my passion is. It's what I live for, and I love what I do. And every time I get a call or email from one of you, it really makes my day. Email me, let me know about you. It doesn't matter. Just put a little, just send a little email, tell me a little bit about your experience. That way I can get to know you better, because the more I get to know you, the better I can support you, the better I can support your cohort. So our relationship is critical, and I want to hear and learn more about you. So thank you for watching our second video. Stay tuned next week as we do our third video, and in that video we'll be talking about who you will be meeting and networking with during the onboarding process. Have a great day.